Hello and welcome to another Z21 tutorial. In today's video, I'll show you how to control your turntable using the Z21 app. In the previous video, I showed you how to operate the turntable using the Fleischmann turn control. Today, we'll take it one step further by integrating it into the Z21 app, allowing you to control the turntable wirelessly. To get started, you'll need a turntable, the Fleischmann turn control, and a black Z21. The only difference compared to the previous setup is that the turn control must now be connected to the Z21 using a LocoNet cable, because communication currently works through the LocoNet connection only. At first glance, the LocoNet cable looks very similar to the cable used for the multi-mouse or the X-Bus. However, there is one important difference. The connectors are wired differently. Let's take a closer look. If I hold both connectors side by side, you can see that the wire colors inside the X-Bus cable are arranged in the same order on both ends. On the LocoNet cable, however, the wire order is reversed. That is why an X-Bus cable only works with the X-Bus, while a LocoNet cable only works with the LocoNet connection. Connect one end of the LocoNet cable to the LocoNet socket on the turn control and the other end to the LocoNet socket on the black Z21. Our hardware setup is now complete. Let's quickly test it. Perfect. The turntable is working exactly as before. Now let's move on to the software. Open the Z21 app. Go to the control panel and tap the plus icon to add a new control element. Scroll down to the switches section and select the turntable icon. Now choose the type of turntable you are using. You can choose between the TT turntable, the large H0 turntable, the N turntable, and the small H0 turntable. In my case, I'm using the N turntable with 48 track positions. Tap Add Turntable. Now select a free position in your control panel. In my case, the control panel is completely empty, so I'll simply tap here. The turntable has now been added. Next, we need to configure the individual track positions. Tap the turntable again. Then tap the configuration icon. This opens the configuration menu. Here you can configure up to 48 track positions. Whenever a track is connected at a certain position, simply enable Active. Now we need to tell the app exactly where each connected track is located around the turntable. Use the single arrow button to move one position at a time. If several positions are empty, you can use the double arrow button to jump forward 5 positions at once. Configure the turntable exactly the way it is physically installed on your layout. I've already configured the first 2 track positions. The next position is empty, so I'll move forward by 1 position. Now I'll activate this position as well. Continue this process until every connected track has been configured. Finally, tap Save. Now let's see everything in action. Go back to the control panel. You can resize the turntable using the zoom gesture. Once you're happy with its size and position, tap the lock icon at the bottom to prevent accidental zooming or moving. Tap the turntable to open the control menu. You now have 2 different ways to operate it. The first option is to use the arrow buttons to select the desired track position. Then confirm your selection by tapping the green check mark. The turntable immediately moves to the selected track. Alternatively, place 2 fingers on the turntable and rotate it directly on the screen. Again, confirm your selection with the green check mark. The turntable now rotates to the selected position. One important thing to remember: the turntable can only stop at active track positions. Even if I release it somewhere in between, it automatically snaps to the next active track. At the bottom, you'll also find the 180-degree rotation button. Tap it, and the turntable rotates exactly 180 degrees. This is especially useful when you want to turn a steam locomotive before sending it back in the opposite direction. And that's it for today's tutorial on controlling your turntable with the Z21 app. Thank you very much for watching.